Welcome to Cinephile. My name is Alicia. Today we're in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where Matt Page, an indie filmmaker from Riffraff Entertainment, is going to tell us pretty much everything you'd want to know about how a film successfully tours the festival circuit.
Well, I started putting films in film festivals back in high school and got into some small local festivals when I lived back east, and then took a few years off, went back to film school, and when I was getting ready to graduate film school, my last couple of years, I started putting my student films in film festivals. And so for the past few years, I've been sending a lot of films out to festivals and have been lucky enough to screen all over the world and have won a few awards here and there, and it's been great.
Need a Peter, got a vacuum cleaner, got a vacuum cleaner, and she's driving around. Need a Peter, got a vacuum cleaner, got a vacuum cleaner, and she's going downtown. Need a Peter, lives in Santa Fe, and for extra pay, she drives around with a vacuum cleaner, cleaning galleries, art galleries.
I think that it's helped me in the past few years to understand the identity of each film, because there are so many film festivals out there now. There's film festivals that are just for horror films. There are just comedy film festivals. There are just festivals about the beauty of the human spirit. There are all of these niche festivals, and you have to kind of understand where your film is aiming so that you can keep that identity consistent. So you really have to have a strategy planned out, not just in terms of the identity of your film, but the schedule of the way the festival circuit works year-round. Some festivals won't program your movie if it's screened at another festival. So you need to go and do your research and find out which film festivals have premiere requirements and how important is it that you submit to those first and either get accepted or rejected from them, and then go through the, B-level festivals or the lesser known festivals. In pre-production, you can also plan for the publicity materials that you're going to need for your press kit. If you're going to do behind the scenes videography, or nowadays a lot of filmmakers do blogs and actually document the making of their movie and upload that as they're making their film, just to make people aware, to start buzz early. And publicity stills, obviously you want the two different kinds of stills. You want the ones that include the equipment and the cast, that show the actual production, and then stills that just represent the storyline. Most festival programmers will tell you that there isn't a particular kind of film they're looking for. They're just looking for good films. The confusion comes when you make a film that gets into 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 festivals, but then it gets rejected from another 6 or 8 or 10 or 12, and you're looking at the festival side by side and saying, I don't know the difference. In my opinion, a lot of it has to do with things that you can't control. It has to do with the circumstances under which the programmer watches your movie. You got to remember that sometimes people who are programming for festivals go home with a stack of DVDs that, they're bringing home 30 or 50 movies and they've got to watch them all in a row. It may be a particular taste. I've had a festival programmer tell me that there was nothing really wrong with my film. They just didn't like that kind of movie. And that's hard to hear. It's like, so I didn't do anything wrong, you just don't like that kind of film. So it can seem really subjective and it can be really frustrating. One thing I would recommend is not only to do research on the festivals and the history of the festivals, but look up the film festivals that you want to get in, and look up the films that have been accepted in past years. And you may notice some sort of commonality. In the past couple of years, I've noticed that Sundance seems to be working really hard to reestablish their kind of rebellious image, because a lot of people just weren't even bothering to enter because it seemed that the festival was too big. It seemed like there was no chance of getting in. And in the past couple of years, there's been a lot of articles and a lot of promotion out there that seems to be realigning them with this kind of renegade filmmaking style. I would recommend the Film Festival Survival Guide, I think it's called, by Chris Gore, who writes for Film Threat. That book has been really helpful to me to understand the way festivals work and how to find what festivals are right for your film.